And that was the A&W Root Beer theme. Please don't copyright strike me on that one, YouTube, please. I'm going to be extremely shocked if I get a weird claim for that one. Anyway, only reason I even know about that theme song is because of Phalis, so I thought I would go ahead and play that for the little starting up background. Anyway, let me get my title card out of the way here. I just figured Chris Chan a little bit too intense, especially the later episodes. Got a little especially risque in some of those, and the stuff about well, there were just a couple of things that were just a bit of the last straw. So instead, I'm gonna watch one of my favorite guys to watch while I draw, and that's Phaelus. And I don't think his show Bootleg Zone gets enough attention.
Welcome to the Bootleg Zones.
And I'm still gonna work on drawing my 16
Bootlegs are awesome, whether they're just a strange distortion of something's actual mold or something familiar slightly reimagined by the bootlegger's disturbed minds. Or it could also give you a ridiculous number of Nintendo games on one cart. Or even 56 peoples in one game. And the names on some of these things are just wow. You just gotta love it. And of course, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles are a gold mine for bootlegs. So to start off the bootleg zones, we're gonna look at Turtles really Fighters. If you are one of those kids who got stuck with the official release of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles figures, boy, do I feel sorry for you when there was such quality out there as the Turtles Fighters.
I wonder if Phaelus is Canadian.
That I'm sure shocks,
I should
pretty much no one. Most of these Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle bootlegs will try to copy to some degree the original Turtles packaging.
I'm so sorry.
In a pretty lazy effort to make you think, oh, this is from the official Playmates line of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, a lot of the bootleggers will put bricks on their packaging. But I mean, how can you tell the difference when it says Turtles Fighters? I mean, it says Turtles, it's got heroes in a half shell. Yeah, they even copied the slogan on these guys. Well, here's another
kind of funny that I'm avoiding copyright strikes or anything like that by watching Bootleg Zones. Now that I think about it, the irony was not intentional. It just happens to be one of my favorite things to watch while I draw.
They could have been going for the Mirage Turtles looks where they all dressed in red, you know, just like these figures don't. Though they did do that on the Nintendo game too, so I'll shut my bitch hole. No, I won't. Seeing as these are bootleggers and, well, we're gonna see a lot of
what do you want?
Yeah, I bet they just thought there were three
Hi, Dead Channel.
So, of course, you got Raphael 1 with his...
what do you want?
Is that a bow? I don't know. Raphael 2
I'm watching a series about bootlegs while also trying to avoid copyright, so that's
with Psy, neither have any of the pictures of ones I've seen. And Raphael 3 with headache. One of the ninja's most powerful weapons. One of the last things that's important to show you guys before
it's okay, I went by the nickname Dead Channel for a while.
One of these guys came with the correct belt insignia. But of course, even then, Michelangelo came with a katana. In fact, so did Donatello Leonardo and Raphael Michelangelo. So yeah, despite the packaging showing the 3 Ninja Turtles all sporting red headbands, none of the figures I have do. They do exist though, it's just that none of the ones I have do. And here's a comparison to one of the packaging, though this is a later release packaging from the Turtles line of the original figures. Now on the back, do you get a little story of how they became
yeah, you know what? I didn't get any copyright strikes, just copyright warnings, and one of them was for a goddamn public domain movie I watched on the first stream I did.
Turtles Fighters, we got
how
you can't win them all. All right.
Very well said, Phaelus. Can't win them all.
Here comes the Turtles Fighters!
I'd be very surprised if I found anything that I'm going to get in trouble for in a Phaelus video. He's pretty damn good about that sort of thing. I'm drawing my Guild Wars 2 character,
Leonardo Donatello is pretty impressive with
I did a different
arm joint. I mean, look, it's got swivel motion.
Here, like, tried to do it more free.
The real
that
toys
looks silly.
don't have
Tried to do it more freehand, but I'm not quite happy enough with it, so I'm
surprisingly, these guys feel sort of cheap. I know this is kind of
doodle.
Shocking news to you from Turtles Fighters.
Some of the features just to fit
so in an absolutely shocking twist from Turtles Fighters, you'll notice right away that
Am I making some fan art for you? Cool, cool.
The shell part, the main body is completely hollow.
Right now, I'm just working on a comic called Nostophobia.
It kind of gives a bit of a grimy
still
feel.
like in the process of like
you know,
being tweaked.
You've seen that these were completely
a lot of the story.
unopened,
like for instance,
so
I was several times.
really
I'm almost ready
shocked
to
right now.
like get the
And
first
of
chapter
course,
done, but then I realized,
the
oh wait,
belts contain
I have to
no
introduce a
place
whole
to
new
hold their
character,
weapons,
and I have to
but
rework
then
the whole
again,
story to
why
fit
would
around
they?
that character
Because
in
they
order
just
for this to make
throw
sense
them in the
anymore. So
packaging. Why would it matter?
I
I'm
have that
rather
Toby
curious
Fox problem
about
of where I
Leonardo
keep pushing the
Donatello's
project back because
loose
it's not
arm
perfect
joint,
enough
though.
yet.
You think it's just gonna come off if I keep
So for
playing
now,
with
I'm
it
drawing
here?
my Guild Wars
Turtles
character, who I
fighting
think is adorable.
extreme
She
pain!
is a necromancer
So
vampire.
kind of interestingly, or not if you don't really
that
care
uses a
about
butcher's
this at all,
knife.
but there is actually a ball joint on Leo Don's one arm here. And
skull staff and commands,
I thought it was
bone
gonna
minions,
pop off,
which
but
are
it
like
actually
little
doesn't.
demon rat
It's
things.
apparently
It has
built
a
that way for some reason.
little
And the other arm that is flush to the
minion
body.
mini
And
vampire
can
bat
Leo
thing.
Don hold his sword is another question, since I have no idea where the weapons in
Dude,
this
I play
line
so
actually
much.
come
Well,
from.
how many hours have
No, he holds it easy enough. It doesn't go.
Can't play Skyrim on stream, that's for sure. Too many mods.
What about
Too many
the
mods.
other
Let's just
hand?
say that.
Aha! Yeah.
I remember
This is
Pyrocynical was asked once,
Okay,
like,
Don
how many
Leo
mods?
here
What mods did you
is
have on
a
Skyrim?
piece
Just
of
like
work,
big
and
long
like-
pause. I'm like, I don't remember.
Look at his arm.
This is like,
here.
oh, you know what you're being asked.
This is
You
like
know.
dirt. I'm wiping this off. I mean, this guy is
But
loot
whatever.
from the package, but there's like
I love the Argonians
dust
myself.
or just some kind of grime on him. So no wonder my hands
I
are
can never
feeling
resist
grimy
playing an
after
Argonian.
handling these guys. It's impressive considering they weren't fucking opened.
But
yeah.
for streaming
Oh,
or
look at
fucking
that
around,
face. That's a face that
Guild Wars 2, man, I can't
even
get
if
enough
the
of it,
bootleggers
especially
said
since
they loved it. I
like,
wouldn't believe them.
like I just
think
love
the nice
my
alfalfa
6 main character
tip
so
on
much.
Don
He came
Leo's
out
head
so
is one of my
much
favorite
better than I
parts
ever
of his
planned for.
awesome molding. Really put some nice effort
Also,
into that.
this
And
episode,
as you've already been able to see, the paint jobs on these
I do have to say, the
guys,
first episode of Bootleg Zones starts off with a banger, just because, like, I mean,
shit, no.
you seeing the
I
same
think
shit
we
I'm
missed a
seeing
couple
here
of spots around
over
the eye
here.
there. Oh, jeez. That's embarrassing. Oh, man. When these bootleggers see that they made a minor mistake here, are they gonna feel embarrassed? Oh.
And it doesn't stop there at just the lol ugly teeth.
One arm.
There's
like
one
Leo
detail that's
Don does.
particularly
However, he
head
comes with
scratching that I'm pretty sure he
legs
hasn't
that
gotten to
move
yet.
in unison.
And that's it. It's well, the legs
Yeah.
don't
And again,
move.
Of course,
What?
he is very hollow inside. We searched inside your soul,
She's
Don
really cute.
Leo.
I adore her colors. Thank you. Yeah, I changed the colors of the basic outfit.
Don
Like, that's
Leo
the only
also
thing I
comes with his
bought, and that was for a
trademark
different character.
spear.
And it was like a gothic
So-
outfit. It was a gothic dress, like an Addams Family thing, and
Hold
I
your-
liked it okay.
Hold your damn spear.
But
Yeah, there we go.
I didn't like the dress
holds
as
it to
much
the
as
ground,
the
you
game
never
went on,
know
and I
he's
didn't
not
play it for a
holding
while.
it,
Then I
see?
came back, I made this
Hey,
Azor
I'm totally
character. Then I
holding this.
found out that
Oh,
the female
you
Azuras wear
liar.
a suit instead of the dress, and I was like,
Let's
oh my
see
god,
if
that's so
this
cute.
other
That is so much more adorable.
mangled
Yes, I love it.
mess of a hand
And the
will
rest of the
hold it.
stuff I just got from the shop, even the little
Perfect.
bat minion and the bone staff
Why are
thing
these
that she
things
has.
so dirty? Straight
Like,
out
Guild
of
Wars
the
can be pretty
package?
generous if you know where to shop and you know
You
how
have
to
to
save
really
your
be
gold and
made with
stuff.
hate to manage this. But
The game
hey,
loves
at
to
least this
shower
one is
you with
Mike
free
Mike.
stuff, and if you
You
know
know,
where to look, you can get
orange,
like pretty much
got
whatever you
the
want.
hole in the
And
belt
not to
there.
mention, you know, the character creator is pretty goddamn
Overall,
versatile. I'm a
good quality
goddamn
figure.
Azura vampire
Oh, except
that
for
commands
Oops.
rat bone minion things. I'm pretty versatile.
Unfortunately, Raphael Michelangelo is where
It
you
is
might
on
notice
Steam.
a couple
It is on
quality
Steam
issues
now.
on these guys.
I've been
He's
playing
got
it so
one
long that
giant
I have the
fist and then
launcher
one very
hooked up
thin
through
fist.
Steam. Like
But
I
that's
use
okay,
the
'cause
ArenaNet
he can
thing,
still hold his
but
trademark
let's see.
sword. Yeah, you know, like
Raphael.
See, like, I still launch it from Steam, but in the launch options.
Okay. Heroes in a half shell, baby.
You do this duty dad, and then it takes you to your proper login screen. If you have an old account, you want to use it because they reward you very handsomely for coming back. Let me tell you.
I don't really see any difference here. It's like I'm seeing double.
Anyway.
These are like the same figure.
Back to the actual video. I've watched these videos a billion times. I just want something to play that's,
as you can see with the Playmates lines of Ninja Turtles, they all had a distinct skin tone.
Colorful and
the Turtles fighters,
definitely safe and not going to get me in trouble.
The same shade of green.
What's the game about?
And
whereas
Donatello
what
had
do you
a
think
brown
it's about?
skin tone, well, instead, Donatello Turtles Fighters has a brown bandana.
It has some decent stories and stuff in it, but you know, it's just
but, you know,
it's a fun
if
MMO.
we're calling this one Donatello, I don't know.
You know,
Well,
but
of note, I do think that the Raphael Michelangelo is
it's one of those what you make of it kind of
Raphael's
games.
head sculpt.
You know.
But of course, a lot
Which
of them
makes
aren't
it
going to have
far
the same
more
look, and I
appealing
think it's
to me,
just
because-
random
obviously,
which head
because I was
sculpt
like,
any
I
of
just
them
like
would
it.
have,
If I
and
didn't
of
have a
course,
cute character that I like so
Michelangelo's
much,
is
I wouldn't
based
play
on
it.
the same head sculpt.
I have like 2 or 3
Also of
characters
note, you know,
that
on the
I like
actual
alright,
Turtles,
but
just
this one I'm
the
in love
letter
with
was
enough that I
painted,
will draw
whereas
her.
These guys, they just kind of
I will commission fan art of her
on
if I ever get the money
which is
to.
really
like,
weird because I mean,
I want to see her
besides
in a
that,
more
these
realistic
guys are
style.
painted perfectly. You'll also notice that Leonardo and Donatello have straps on their belts due to the way
I
they can
actually
hold
had a
their
different
weapons,
character
whereas
that
on
I
the Turtles
was making
fighters,
that I was
well,
going to name
it
Six Bane,
features
but
none
I
of
like
that
this
because their
character so
belts
much
don't
that
hold
I
their
have
weapons,
actually
but
decided
hey,
to name that
neither do
character
they.
something else and let her
Can
keep
I
it.
get in the
That's how much I
turtle
like this
van?
character. I mean, I played Xenoverse 2 for years because I liked the character creator. And that's not even that great of a game, let's be honest.
Maybe later. Whoa, the real Leonardo
I still really
doesn't
like
have
it,
this
but,
nifty
eh.
feature to him. Losing again to the bootlegs. Another thing to note with the official Playmates guys
He
is
hasn't
a
gotten
lot
to
of
the
their
really fucked
figures,
up
except
detail
for the
about
Raphael, have one of the
things
feet
yet.
kind
Unless
of
I talked
at an
over it, but I don't
angle.
think so. I
All
know
of
that
the Turtles
he does a
fighters
big
have the
reaction
flat
to
feet
it.
like the Raphael. You know, molded exactly the same.
Yeah,
So I got these 4 Turtles figures together in
I
a
think
lot,
the most bare
but there was one more I absolutely had to get.
Oh, okay, good. I didn't talk over it. Yeah, it's this one. But I think the most bare bones I've gotten with a character creator and still kept my interest is Attack on Titan 2.
I have seen the face of pure evil now.
And that's not it
It's a
either. That's not
Teenage
it.
Mutant
That's not
Ninja
the
Turtle
weird fucked up
bootleg.
detail. Like, he just has weird teeth. Lol.
Just
It's
look at
actually
this beautiful
one more thing.
abomination.
Yeah, I know its teeth are pretty bad, but
It's
wait
a
for it.
monster. What the hell is it?
There's one more.
Just- wow. The lopsided eyes. The pinhole through one of them. It's just the
Pentagram on its
What?
goddamn head.
Is that a pentagram in the turtle's head? Are they trying
Like,
to tell me this
how?
guy is fucking
Why?
evil?
When?
I'd believe it anyway, but this really is a feature not present on any of the other turtles.
It was
fighters.
sealed too. Like he opened it.
Okay.
So that's just how the
Okay.
goddamn
Look
toy
at
came.
Leo
What would he
Mike.
gain from
Let
doing
it
that himself?
stare into your soul. It is the turtle of your nightmares.
That's so weird. What was the? Oh yeah, and
This is
another.
also why you should brush your teeth, right? Also, in case you weren't 100% convinced yet,
Here's another thing, like,
just so you know, that
many
this is, in
episodes
fact, the
later,
devil.
he
He's
finds
got
some more of
characters
these
in
type
it,
of
I'm
turtles,
sure.
and they
pure
all have
evil, as
pentagrams
if
on
we
their
need
heads.
to be told that.
Like,
We
that's
could
a
just look
good
at the
50 or
fucking
60
face
episodes
of
away.
evil
So,
with a
nope, wasn't an
pentagram
accident.
head. What
Wasn't
the
just
hell
on this
is
one.
that?
It was actually purposeful.
Okay, so for a direct side-by-side comparison... Oh, and I guess I can tell you that the real Turtles figures don't have fucking pentagrams carved
special.
into their heads.
That one's unique.
Swallow your soul! Swallow your soul! I assume this plastic piece protruding from the mouth is something
well, what company logo just has a pentagram and nothing else?
I mean, pretty good paint job on this guy. Besides... Oh, geez, no. They missed a little bit on the elbow pad there. Well, that's no good. Also, I'm going to show you on this one because I'm a bastard, but
what on earth
the
could
Turtles
be the
Fighters
reason?
belts, look like they should come apart like the real Playmates versions, but they don't.
I don't think these actually have a backstory on the packaging, if I remember right.
Want to come off at all, so... I think I'd actually have to rip these off to get them off, so there you go. Even if I hadn't shown you them in the packaging with the wrong letters.
Yeah, no. I know. I had a conversation in my own head.
Despite the one
I know you weren't saying it was the company logo. I'm saying maybe it was the company logo, and then I thought that to myself, and then I went, no, wait, that's stupid. Why would they make that their like company brand logo or something?
A wrist movement. As none of
I've
their
seen these bootleg companies
do
do some weird things,
whereas,
like
of course,
for their
on the
little
actual figures,
signature.
Yeah. So I might not be able to move my one arm back and forth like a frickin' idiot like you, but I can kill you. So that's the hideously disgusting Turtles fighters. If you want to find a use for them along with your actual figures, you can always pretend they're like evil clones made by Shredder. Alright, Krang, I finally have the ultimate plan to kill
we're watching a man
turtles.
rate bootleg toys and then play with them.
And
we are men. We're manly men. And I'm gonna draw a cute little demon vampire girl.
I've made a huge mistake. So another thing to note with the Turtles Fighters line is, well, I've shown you only 5 variants here. There are many others.
I just couldn't watch Christian anymore because it was just too
on any color,
risky.
And apparently L means they will be of the worst quality, or least.
Some of the topics just got too dark.
These are definitely some of the sloppiest put together knockoffs that are ripping off the Playmates mold. There are huge plastic runoffs in the seams, leaving random bits of plastic sticking out. And even though their feet are supposed to be flat on the bottom, the crudeness of how they were molded makes them jagged and hard to stand. And of course, the terrible paint job is amazing. However, for somehow being dirty fresh out of the package, I'm giving these guys a bonus -1 for a quality rating of 2. Oh, and an update. After I recorded this video,
I
was
think
showing
it
the
scares
Monster
people
Mike to my
away
sister,
to watch something that depressing.
And
so
it
I had my fun
off instead. So that's
drawing
another
my little
bonus
fan art
-1 for a quality of 1. Well, these guys aren't
like
really creative. Like I said, they're flat out based on the Playmates molds.
The
main differences from them come from their expert craftsmanship. Though, since I do know there are some more variations out there with some actual differences on the molds, I'll give them an extra point for a 3. The strangeness of these guys is, of course, again based on how they were put together and showing me pure evil in toy form. And for not forgetting to include the pentagram on its head, these guys get a 6.
Got married?
Turtles Fighters surprisingly deviate from the actual TMNT logo more so than a lot of the other bootlegs, and the artwork is decent. They're missing a turtle, but I do think Headache Turtle makes up for that, so they get a 7.
My whole family is artistic in one way or another. So...
For the Bootleg Zones overall, I'm going to give them a 5, because the not as interesting ones are kind of balanced out by seeing the true form of the Destructor. They're very sloppily made, and, well, that's the major appeal for this particular line.
And then I just self-taught. And then I was in a big anime phase for a while. And huge
really,
Ed and Eddie
Monster
phase
Mike
for a
and
while, and now my
Felthadon
art
should have like
style
a
is kind of a
series
mishmash
together
of the
where they
two.
go around scaring children and then fucking monster eats their souls, sends them to hell with his fucking pentagram head.
No one stopped the
brush your teeth for you?
See, that looks way better than the one I had before, even if I am cheating a little bit.
That's how I get my teeth, the lovely shade of overlapping my lips. That's not a shade, Mike. Comb your hair, Don Leo. Oh, damn it. I'm so vain. Your head's not on straight. Your head's disgusting. Yep.
Still
Bootlegs
at a
come from
loss
all over the
for
world, and
how
as
to
big
draw
a shock
her
as we
feet.
had last time finding out that apparently a lot of
I
bootlegs come
never
from
am good
China,
at drawing
well,
feet.
apparently a
If
lot of
only
bootlegs
if
also
only I
come
had a
from
thing for
Mexico.
feet. Dang it! Then I'd be great at drawing feet.
Behold thee! I don't know the actual name of these guys besides Mexican bootleg turtles. Now, how's this for an actual, genuine shock? These guys look, well, pretty damn good. And after Turtles fighters, you really begin to appreciate the little things, like them having the correct letter on their belt buckles. Also, you can notice right away that these guys are made from a much more quality plastic and feel a lot more solid, unlike the fucking monstrosity that was Turtles fighters. And yes, I did have to glue this arm.
I'm definitely going to take liberty with how the feet look.
Another nifty feature with these guys compared to Turtles fighters is
mastering an entire
they can actually manage to stand on their own. Now, one of the minor complaints I do have with these guys is the plastic on their weapons tends to get bent into the wrong shape, it seems. But, I mean, they're flexible, so you could probably just flatten them with something and get them into the right shape eventually. So that's going to lead to one of my major complaints with these guys.
Thanks for stopping by.
Them coming with all the correct weapons. Why can't they come with, like, pitchforks and stuff that I'm used to bootleg turtles coming with? Which, by the way, I have been informed of the origin of. This is from the Chuck Norris Karate Commandos figures. Why would they have weapons from that? I don't know. I guess those were laying around the bootlegger's warehouse. But thank fuck they cut the bottom off it, or else he'd be immediately tipped off that this wasn't a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle weapon. I also feel very sad now that this is a thing I'm probably always going to have to mention. Thank you very much, Turtles fighters. But no, the Mexican bootleggers did not feel that the Turtles' inclusion into a Satanist cult was a necessary addition. The 4 turtles from this line are all painted very vibrantly. I'd actually say the color scheme on these guys reminds me a lot of the cartoon. And of course, the 4 turtles all share the same shade of green, which again is more like the cartoon. And the 4 turtles all sport pupils, not the blank white eyes like the original toys. And some figures in the Playmates line did have pupils like this, including some of the absolute coolest ones. But some of the major things to note with these guys are going to come from the comparison to the originals, so let's get to it. Well, there's absolutely nothing to talk about here, because these are the exact same figures.
Well, I had some practice on Twitch
Not funny.
before.
Now, one of the things you'll notice pretty quickly, especially with some of the figures, is their weapons are all quite a bit larger than the original guys. But these guys at least all still hold on to their weapons nice and tight,
on YouTube.
You'll also notice that the belt insignias on these guys are just left unpainted. But,
I don't know. You just use OBS and look up a tutorial on YouTube.
I think that looks a lot better. The weapons are all cast in black as opposed to the original brown, and they all look a lot like the weapons from the TMNT CGI movie figures. So if that's the case, these guys are pretty damn new for a bootleg of the original Turtles line. Now, the 4 bootlegs in this line sport the exact same body
see, her head's
mold
not big
from
enough
head
in
this And
drawing.
again, their legs are based on the Raphael mold with the 2
That
flat
looks so
feet.
much better.
But despite the weapons being larger for these 4 guys, their belts all still hold the weapons perfectly. Isn't it great when the simple things you would expect from a figure seem like a bonus?
Thank you, a little bit of tracing here and there for
the shocking
a
articulation
couple of these
differences.
poses, and after I do that, I'm sure
These guys have, kind of wrist movement
I'll
on
be
one
able to
arm,
do it
but
more
not
freehand.
the other. And guess what? The Playmates guys
Man,
have no
I
wrist
can't imagine how much
articulation.
better I would have been at drawing Ed and Eddie fan art if I had like a
But
proper
this leads me
tablet
to the most
when I was doing
disappointing
that.
part of these figures,
That would have
which
been
is,
neat.
of course, the original guys now had lag articulation, and the lag is a completely solid piece on their bodies, so no, their legs can't move at all. Turtles fight with no leg movement! What? Settle down. Sorry. So kind of strangely, while these guys feature no lag articulation, they do have waist articulation. Which means you can finally pose your turtles.
Yeah, I know that's not exactly how
Actually,
it looks,
even
but I'm
doing that
taking
extreme
some,
pose like
some
that doesn't look
liberties.
too bad, except, right at the edge. But this would be a decent pose for, like, on the cheapskate or something. Also, as you can see with the Leo and Don here, despite having the exact same molds for their belts, neither the Leo or Don feature the shoulder straps. And again, I think this was a choice to look a bit more like the cartoon, where they didn't go for such nonsense.
I think the
as
only
shoulder
stipulation is,
straps.
as long as
And
you're
guess
verified,
what? I'd even
you
say
should be able
these
to stream
bootleggers
just
succeed
fine.
at the cartoon look better than the official Playmates Toon line. What? Come on,
believe that's
give me
the
some
case.
backup, official Leo. No,
I
the
thought you
bootleg's
had to have
better.
a certain number of subscribers first, which is why I didn't
But
start
of course, the
just
new classic
streaming
Leo
on
beats him,
YouTube
which is great
right
because
off the bat.
he beat a bootleg. You should feel real proud of yourself, Leo. Oh. Get out of my way. But again, much like the classics, Leo, this bootleg is a
I
nice
thought you
fusion
had
of
to
the
have
original
like 1,000
figure and the
subscribers
cartoon.
in order
But what
to
about
stream or something like
me?
that.
You're overly shiny and you look stupid. What? Now let's talk head sculpts. Again, Leo
I never
is
quite
the only one
understood
actually
why
based on the Leo figure.
Ninja Turtle
Don's head
figures had
sculpt
that
is clearly based on the Michelangelo figure.
one
Raphael's
lip
is based on
wide open
Donatello's,
and the other lip
and no
closed
one's
thing,
is based
but
on
whatever.
Raphael's.
I'm sure
Well,
there's
not
a
his
technical
regular
reason
figure
for it.
anyway, because actually the Michelangelo is the wacky action Raphael head mold. Which I actually
when they
think
go
was a pretty
full-blown
good choice by
cartoony, the
bootleggers
toys
for
really
Mikey.
do look quite
In fact,
stupid.
I'd say the face fits Michelangelo
fair.
a lot more than Raphael. Damn! You know,
I really would like
do
to know what
the
the thought
pupils on
process
these
was.
guys. Maybe if Turtles fighters had had pupils, they would have
Of
been
making
better.
that iconic.
Ah! I was wrong!
goodness.
I was
Oh my
wrong! Unfortunately, one of the couple
What the
quality
hell?
issues on these guys is
That
there's
one
some
was
noticeable
special.
gaps in some of the joints on them.
Holy
But in the
moly.
case of the waist one, you can just, move the belt down. Oh yeah, I'm Donatello. I like wearing my belt down. What? These guys have got to be near the top overall for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle bootleg figures. They are made from that slightly rubbery feeling plastic, but don't feel cheap at all. In fact, they feel pretty solid. The overall paint job is excellent, though maybe a little more detail could have been put into where they painted the teeth. But then again, they could have also looked like that. So really, just the flat white painting of the mouths isn't too off-putting, and if these guys'
Did I have
legs
four
and the other wrist had
fingers?
been articulated,
Like,
I probably
properly?
would have given them a perfect
yours have
score,
four
but even
fingers,
then, I'm
or
giving them a
just
9.
three?
While again taking the
Oh, look at that.
Playmates
No, they-
molds,
they
there was
accept
at
3.
least a little bit of
Lucky me.
creativity here. Again, I liked the more cartoon color style choice for them along with giving them pupils. It also surprises me that they went to the effort to remove the straps on the belts of both Leo and Don, though strangely there is a single peg left for them on both figures.
makes her
Also, the choice of
miserable.
wacky action Raph's head for Mike showed a bit of thought, so I'm giving them a 7. Sorry guys, but you're not weird! Your quality has failed you this time, so 0. These guys came to me in clear plastic bags, which I don't believe were the original packaging, but I can't find a picture of what these particular bootlegs normally come in. So that could have been all it was, but again, it's zip for this category until I see something else. Could these guys work as a replacement set of the Turtles? You bet. If you didn't tell me these were bootlegs, I could believe they're from the actual Playmates line. So while I'm sure Turtles fighters brought many a tear to children's faces, these guys should be able to do the opposite, so full marks here. And the Bootleg Zones overall is 8. These are some really quality toys and actually do their bootleg job. They don't get perfect marks here only because I'm usually looking for bizarre stuff on this show, but I gotta give them a high rank for being such nice Ninja Turtles figures. So while these Mexican bootleg turtles were actually pretty good and not all that strange, don't worry. Next time on the Bootleg Zones, a new style.
New style, new style, new style! Tortoise!
Yeah, you quality Mexican bootlegs think you're so good, but you don't have this.
Oh, the other thing with Bootleg Zones, it's orange, which is my favorite color.
No, don't! I will snap into pieces.
Matches my theme.
Oh, some guys just are swallow your soul, swallow your soul, swallow your soul. You know what I think of when I look at these guys? Old. And these guys from the Classics line. Well, you know what classic is a fancy pants word for? Old.
Are you all as sick and tired of old-style Ninja Turtles like these? Well, worry no more, because now we have a new style.
Well, it's weird because it's a tiny skull in the game. Okay, that looks better. Alright, I guess it wasn't hard at all.
I'm very proud to introduce to you all the new style Ninja Tortoise. New style. New style, new style, new style. Well, I don't know what that was. So one of the first things you're probably going to notice with these guys is new style Ninja Tortoise. I mean, that's going to be like one of the greatest bootleg names ever. I should probably qualify that with one of the best Ninja Turtle bootleg names ever.
You're only on episode 3, buddy.
And yeah, you heard me, new pattern TMNTs. You're nothing compared to the new style. So everyone, get ready for the new style with this brand new...
Just wait till you get a big cock.
I'm sure this is exactly how these guys
I am not kidding, there is really a toy called
the new style! I really would like to know the origins of this name. Like, did they really think calling them new style would make people go, these are the new ones! Oh, well, screw those old ones, I got the new style! So attempting to move on from the awesomeness of that name, the artwork on this looks pretty damn good. That looks a lot like the cartoon Michelangelo. Until you go all the way down to... Hey, whatever, dude. I have 3 toes. It's no weird. It's kind of funny, though. While the artwork on this card shows 3 toes, the actual figure only has 2. I guess just the new style Ninja Tortoise artwork was ahead of the game with predicting the 3 toes. All right, let's open this guy up and get a closer look at that. Yes, we have to, unless you shut the video off. Man, I feel bad opening this guy up for the first time. Not funny. Behold, the new style Ninja Tortoise of Michelangelo. Yeah. Also, these guys are very helpful as they proudly display on their chest that they are a tortoise.
Tortoise!
So if you kind of thought the 3 toes on the artwork was kind of
what's
strange,
the S for?
well, just take a look at this. There's just something kind of wrong about a 5-fingered Ninja Turtle. It's all weird! Oh, wait, yeah, it is. Now here's an update for something I originally missed. Now the arms on the new style Ninja Tortoise are actually a slightly tinkered remold of the Masters of the Universe.
Yeah, I mean,
another neat feature
obvious
with
joke is obvious. S stands for
sucking,
but
stops halfway around his head.
Still, what the hell could they have possibly confused that for?
Depicting a Michelangelo that looks very close to his cartoon look, we get a figure that looks like that. What's on his nose? Did you have a runny nose, Michelangelo? Tortoise! Okay. New style Michelangelo is again very hollow, not a lot of substance to use.
I know the feeling.
Tortoise! His joints all feel tight, though, and the plastic isn't quite as cheap as Turtles fighters, so he has those things going for him, though the leg articulation leaves something to be desired. The legs move on a ball joint, so you think they'd have a decent range of movement, but about this is what you're gonna get from him. So he can't even raise his legs to do a kick. In fact, the left leg barely wants to move at all. Better hit the gym, Pudgy. So one of the kind of cheap things with these new style Ninja Tortoises is all their details are done with stickers. There's not any paint done on them. And I'm sure it will surprise you to know with the usual bootleg quality that some of these are starting to lift. And what does new style Michelangelo get for weapons? Everything. 2 green sai, 2 pink katana blades, 1 pink bow staff, and 1 yellow chained nunchuck. But the question is, can Michelangelo hold all his weapons? Whoa! Okay, apparently this is the holding.
Wow, it barely works!
Perfect. Well, at least the holding hand does hold onto it pretty tight. I mean, as long as he doesn't decide to throw it. But how does he dual wield weapons? Well, let's see. Holding hand, perfect.
Oh, they're He-Man arms.
Open hand.
Yeah, He-Man like always had the one hand that was like had carpal tunnel syndrome or something.
Perfect. So yeah, you're really gonna have to balance the other weapon in the non-holding.
Wasn't that for shields or something? I never had He-Man toys.
There. But who cares about him holding those other weapons? I mean, this is Michelangelo. Sort of. Michelangelo, whatever. Let's see if he holds his nunchucks. Interesting. And if you pay attention to the new style Ninja Tortoise card, you can in fact see he's holding all the weapons on his belt. Because, you know, he does that. This sticker would hold anything! Oh yeah, except its actual hold. Damn it, you lied to me! Cowabunga! I mean Sawabunga! Also, if you pay attention to the artwork
supposed to be the
without
stand-in,
the
Will. I don't have to color it in.
See how hollow he is inside.
Okay, that one looks pretty darn cute. Yeah, that's a good one.
Well, as
Like
you
it.
can see,
Okay.
the new style
she's supposed to
figures
have
are
spots
taller,
around her eyes,
therefore
too.
they're better. But considering how hollow they are, it's probably about the same amount of plastic. But the Classics Michelangelo is even taller than him. Wow, you guys are always better than bootlegs. That's right, the Classics Ninja Turtle line is better than a lot of bootlegs. Such shocking information you'll only get on Bootleg Zones. And now for the story of April Locks and the 3 turtles. Oh man, who's been taking a bite of my piece? No. Damn it, this is my time to shine. It was the only thing I was good at. Tortoise! And now for a new segment, trying to make the face. I'll do better next time. All the other turtles in this line are the exact same mold, just with different sticker detailing. So yes, you can also get Sapphire, Leonardo, and Sonatello to go along with Michelangelo to make up the new style Ninja Tortoises. These guys fall somewhere in between a Turtles fighter and a real figure for the feel of their plastic quality, but they fall a bit further because of them being completely hollow.
Yeah, see, that
Also, the sticker-only detailing, complete with them starting to peel off, leaves a little to be desired. But at least they've got a nice weapon-throwing hand and a screw loose. 4. These are a completely different mold, so there's some effort in this department, and sorry to go on about the name so much, but again, it's a factor, and it still will be. And the S belt insignia is, well, strange. Maybe that's what it stands for. Nah, it's gotta be Michelangelo. Pretty average for a bootleg overall, though. 5. Yeah, these guys are kinda odd. I'm sure if you've seen them across the street, you might quicken your pace. The 5 fingers on the hands is just wrong, but you gotta respect them for not feeling shame and proudly wearing their eyeliner.
That's always troubling when I see a screen flash and I don't know what it meant.
No. 1 6. 1 6. So these are the first bootlegs I got that came from Greece. They could be manufactured somewhere else, but the back of the package gives just way too much information, and I'm clearly too important to read all of that. Anyway, the artwork is good at depicting the cartoon look of the multi-weapon Michelangelo, but also strange in the fact that it gives him 3 toes when both the actual turtles at the time and this figure had 2. And as I've already gone on about, the new style Ninja Tortoise is just an amazing name, so it's a solid 9 for almost that alone. Not so much here. While these guys aren't Turtles fighters cheap, they are cheapy and have a kind of strange height, so they'd be too big to fit in with the rest of the official figures. As a replacement, they'd be kind of below average, so it's a 4. And the Bootleg Zones overall is 7. I do like the slight strangeness to these guys, and they aren't so cheap they feel like they'll fall apart, but there's no doubt the name was what really impressed me here. More like the new Roundy Round Turtles. Tortoise! New style!
This is Purdue is the official podcast of Purdue University. Subscribe to our YouTube channel to hear more about Boilermakers leading NASA missions, creating the next life-saving cancer treatment, helping their team reach victory lane at the Indy 500, and much more.
Oh, wait.
Now, while there are certainly a lot of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles bootlegs out there, you could probably grow old just trying to name all the Transformers knockoffs. So that, of course, means you can get Transformer knockoffs that do pretty much anything. There are fairly decent ones I don't even know what the hell they are, ones that are just strangely colored versions of the actual molds that will combine and shoot you, and there's giant versions. So let's take a look at oversized Soundwave.
Oh, yeah. I almost bought that one.
Oh, wait. This guy isn't Soundwave. He's Sound Recorder. My bad. This is one of the largest carded figures I've ever seen. It's ridiculous. Even the real Soundwave came in a box. Now, if you're familiar with the packaging artwork for the real Soundwave, the packaging for the oversized
yeah, not bad for first genuine attempt.
Of course, here where Soundwave and Buzzsaw proudly display their Decepticon logos, Sound
but I'm far
Recorder
from done. I want to do quite a number of
display
poses
their
before I feel like I've really done her any justice.
Luckily, with Sound
and then I can make a title card for doing Guild Wars
the original Soundwave, which is
that I wouldn't mind streaming.
Exclamation mark!
Holy
Double
shit,
exclamation marks! It's exciting! Sorry, I don't read the language, but I know exclamation marks. Lots of exclamation marks!
I gotta keep it going.
Now,
I'll be right back myself.
I'm just gonna someone else, something shocking and amazing about Sound Recorder that might just shock and amaze you. Now, I expected Ninja Turtles from you, China, but Transformers, I just can't believe... Okay, whatever. So apparently Sound Recorder is also known as Armor Raker. Ah, Armor Raker. How wonderful he is. So one of my favorite things on this packaging, besides the addition of the not Decepticon logo to the artwork, is where they started to touch up some of the pictures and then just... whatever, didn't finish. And my favorite example of this is this screen cap of Cartoon Rumble, where it's like, Well, we really need to make sure this part of his leg is clear, and we'll redo the red there in his eyes, but the rest, nah, it can be an obvious blurry screen cap. You know, one that's not even complete. And just what the hell is that? Is that supposed to be Ratbat? Yeah, it looks just like him. Brilliant, guys. I love the details on the face. And for your convenience, Sound Armor Raker comes with some very blurry instructions of how to transform him on the back. All except the Not Decepticon logo, which is crystal clear, because they added it after. And this is kind of funny because these aren't even the pictures from the real Soundwave transformation instructions, so I don't know how they managed this. And you know how on the actual Transformers you had the text specs that you could decode the stats of with the red strip? Well, on the back of Sound Armor Raker, you can hide the transforming instructions from yourself. Kinda. Sorta. Maybe that's not what they were going for. Alright, we've got oversized sound waves, sound recorder, or armor raker, whatever, unleashed. Let's see what he's made of. So, as you can see, balance is not one of this guy's strong suits, but to get him standing under his own power, you can just kind of lean him a bit forward. Yeah, looks perfect. It is pretty nice, though, that oversized Soundwave comes with oversized versions of all of Soundwave's accessories. Though getting him to actually hold his gun is another story. Now here's the probable reason for his "I don't hurt my weapons in my right hand" attitude. This nice bit of plastic sticking out at the seam the whole way down the hand. Thanks, Soundwave. Armor Raker, whatever.
I miss putting Soundwave up to block my camera, but that's sure a lot easier.
Idiot. Guess Armor Raker Wave is more of a lefty. Finally got him to hold it.
Done that in the first place.
It's also nice that Giant Soundwave comes with Giant Ravage and Giant Laserbeak, even if Buzzsaw is the one that was on the package. Screw you, Buzzsaw. Laserbeak's the one you always used in the cartoon, so this is better. Yeah! Now, it might look like Giant Soundwave comes with 3 cassettes, but let's find out what's actually in here. If you want to actually open. A piece of cardboard with a tape picture on front of it. Oh, you spoil me, Armor Raker. And then you can have the fun of
this
even
one
trying
doesn't
to get
even
that
come with
out,
like
so
an
you can
actual
put the actual tapes in.
Cardboard eject operation. Nothing, I guess.
Operation
Whatever.
Now, one of the things you'll probably notice right away with oversized Soundwave compared to normal Soundwave is oversized Soundwave is taller! A wealth of information, I am! Also, if you're familiar with a lot of the old Transformers, you'll know they had a lot of die-cast parts, like in particular on Soundwave, his toes are metal. And you guessed it, here's the twist, sound recorders aren't! Whoa!
Let's play footsies. No, damn it.
A lot of the sticker details on Armor Raker are pretty similar to the actual Soundwave, with just a few having a bit less detail compared to the original. And of course, my Soundwave is the rub symbol version, so you get the extra fun of seeing what faction he's with. Who are you, Soundwave? Who do you work for? Decepticons? What? How could you, Soundwave?
Well, who does he work for? I work for Pretendicons. You're a pretender.
He's a big fat phony! He's a phony!
Oh.
So yeah, while the Soundwave sticker detailing isn't too bad, Laserbeak kinda didn't get quite the same quality check, and yeah, he's
okay, so it did get, it did come with a toy.
And he might not have metal parts,
the toy
but
came
he
with
is
the toy,
totally
never.
metal!
It did come with one of the tapes.
One of the differences you'll notice with the bootleg here is he's got space for 2 tapes instead of 1, so that means you can get one of them stuck in him.
Yeah.
Alright, so after actually sticking both the tapes in the tray with some
I
fiddling,
sure
you
would
can
be
maybe
cautious
get
about doing
him
that.
to hold both tapes. Hey, he did it! You're a champion, sound recorder, armor raker, whatever.
Now, the double tape door isn't actually an addition by the bootleggers. A version of Soundwave called Sound Blaster, or New Soundwave, as the brilliant
Oh,
English
yeah, they
dub of
actually called him
Headmasters
New
named him, actually
Soundwave.
had this feature. And in fact, so did the Classics re-release of Soundwave, so they may have confused the poor bootleggers with that. Or they just like that more, whatever.
So while Armor Raker is almost completely identical to the actual Soundwave in almost every aspect, he does have a piece of articulation
The
that
song
the
in the
regular
background of this
Soundwave
video sounds
doesn't
like that
have.
thing, that one song that SpongeBob and the Jellyfish dance to.
You can stand on your tippy toes, but you can't. You're so stuck with your flat feet.
I hate that guy.
Alright, so, well, this is a Transformer, so let's stop blabbing about everything else and actually get to transforming them.
Here's a shocker. A giant Soundwave has the exact same transformation as a regular Soundwave. Oh, but he does have another nice extra feature, more plastic sticking out so he can't transform completely. Oh, and the stickers are so good they can't handle a transformation. Absolutely brilliant. And if you take a closer look at the stickers, you'll notice they've got some extra detailing that those regular stickers are missing.
Number, eject, operation, whatever, laser beak, ravage, eject, eject, damn it, get the shit out. Tape read error.
So yeah, I'm not sure if this is just because I actually made the mistake of putting both tapes in them at the same time, or just because I transformed them, but now Armor, Raker, Wave, Sound, whatever, doesn't want to give me them back. Can't believe you ate my bootleg tapes, you bootleg
It's just like a
Soundwave
real
piece
tape
of
player.
crap.
It even eats
Well,
the tapes.
if that happens, just make sure to grab a knife and pry it open, and yeah, he can shoot his tapes out again.
Unfortunately, I can't do a direct comparison with the tapes since I've only got Rumble Frenzy, whatever you want to call them, but...
One of the other major changes between the real Soundwave and the bootleg is the bootleg is much angrier!
It's cheaper plastic than the actual toy, no surprise, but it's not completely awful feeling. It's also lighter than its official counterpart due to the fact that there's no die-cast pieces. Standing him can be a bit of a pain, as can removing the tapes after you get them in, and the other big issue are the plastic seams that completely block him from holding his weapon or transforming properly. If it weren't for those issues, I'd score him a bit higher, but as it is, just above average. It's the exact same toy, just bigger. That's not overly creative, but at least they did something, so they can have a very generous 2. At least it being bigger, though, is kinda interesting. The weirdest thing about sound recording type device is his Armor Raker name on the back, so yeah, absolutely not. 0. I do love it being an oversized card for an oversized figure, and the addition of the Not Decepticon logo is nice and blatant, and I am rather fond of the unfinished tracing over the shitty screen caps. Other than that, though, it's not really spectacular, so kinda averages out for 5. Really wouldn't be too bad as a replacement. One thing you might want to do is just fix those plastic seams, but that's doable. In fact, some people modify this bootleg to make a cheaper masterpiece Soundwave, so he gets an 8. And the Bootleg Zones overall is 5. It's an okay figure with some annoying quirks to its molding process, but it's a bigger Soundwave, so repeat, kinda cool.
Well, I think there's absolutely no question that the bootleg is superior in every way to the original Soundwave, so I'll just smash him.
There we go. Bye, Soundwave.
You know, it's kind of funny. I also have a broken sound wave.
I'm the
Like
best.
a broken
Not
and
Decepticons
replacement sound wave. That he often uses his broken sound wave as a prop.
And now with Giant Soundwave, you can make him the leader compared to Megatron, just like Blaster was the leader compared to Optimus Prime.
Soundwave, eject Laserbeak to spy on the Autobots immediately!
No, you eject Laserbeak.
What? Soundwave, you know I can't do.
Do it.
I can't.
I said do it. Go.
Laserbeak,
I had
eject!
an Optimus Prime, but somebody else gave it to me.
Soundwave!
I think it was one of my sister's boyfriends.
Alright, Prodigy Pet, I choose you! Pokemon Bootleg! Pokemon, 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 Pokemon! Fun battle game! Prodigy Pet Missile Function! Don't know what the hell that was. I know absolutely all of you were waiting for the Pokemon toy bootleg, so here you go! And I'm glad I was
That's all
able
of
to find
them.
one with such variety, because, I mean, we got Pikachu, 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 and... I'll look it up later. Those silly bootleggers, only they would be so Pikachu obsessed. Well, Pikachuer! Well, I actually have the exact thing these are bootlegging. Well, you'll notice a difference here with the official product versus the bootleg, and that's that it's called Pokemon, apparently. Not Prodigy Pet. There you go. Stupid Pokemon, they're the failure pets. They aren't the Prodigy. Seriously though, guys, where are all these other Prodigy pets? Were they just made up? You lied to me! You know, after searching all over these things, I still can't find the missile function. Unless... Well, I guess we're gonna find out. Made in China! Oh my god! Well, that's old. And guess what, guys? This CE is just a sticker. These guys aren't really CE. Another lie. And here they are unleashed.
We're
the
gonna have to
Prodigy
sue them
Pets.
if we can actually
And,
find you
this
the
one
fucking
is a lazy fuck.
or, you know, have the energy or
Pikachu
time
used
to
super
care.
lazy attack. Holy fuck, I stood him. I honestly didn't expect that. Well, as per that bootleg quality we've all come to know and love, dirt. Straight out of the package. Take a fucking bath, Pikachu. You're a disgrace to the Prodigy Pets. And I think this might be my favorite Pikachu. Now, that might not be an obvious choice, but take a closer look. The paling complexion, the blood dripping from the mouth. Boy, it sure is a great day being a Pikachu in Pokemon Land. Nothing bad's gonna happen today. Surprise, motherfucker! Pika shit! Vampire Pikachu! Vampirism!
Hey.
It's super effective!
It's my team.
I would
I'm
seriously
doing
like to know
vampires
what the hell the
today.
white on his face actually is, though. And I know the majority of these are at least based on real molds, but I do like the varying sizes of Pikachu heads. I actually find it kind of
Right.
funny, some of the differences going on with the mold on the Prodigy Pet version of this guy. Obviously, the official guy's tail sticks out further, and guys, you didn't need to get rid of that. I mean, it was appropriate for the Prodigy pet. So obviously there's also a little bit less paint detailing going on. And either they weren't quite on with the paint on these guys, or maybe this guy's just kind of pissed off. I could see that. I mean, this guy is leaning on him. Lean on me when you're not strong. No, you cannot lean on me. Pick a fucker. I actually do like the expression on the Prodigy pet more than the actual Pikachu, with the pissed off face than the wide-eyed, what did I do? You know what you did. So despite this kind of white detailing being around the mouth on all the official Pikachus, only one of the Prodigy pets did this. The one that needs to take a shit! In fact, the Prodigy pet's even bigger, so I guess he's got a bigger shit than the official guy. And I also like how they didn't have the white kind of fade in on the Prodigy pet, so it just looks like this guy, forgot to shave for a couple days rather than this just being a different kind of coloration around this area. Because of the usual white discoloration around the mouth. Shut up! But whatever, I'm feeling sorry for this guy. Let's get him a toilet. Gosh!
There it is.
And it's kind of funny, while the I have to shit Prodigy pet is the bigger one, the Pokemon version of Pikachu giving the peace sign's the bigger one. And here's some proof that it wasn't just Prodigy pet pushing the Pikachu, apparently Pokemon did this too. Variety, just Pikachu. So screw you, Raichu. Pikachu doesn't evolve into anything besides Pikachu.
Yeah, why does everybody hate Raichu?
We exist. No, you don't. Oh, Pika fuckers! And no room at all for Bulbasaur and its evolutions. Well, fuck! But now let's get to the real show.
I thought that Bulbasaur was
Testing
burnt
out
for a
that
second.
missile function. Now each Prodigy pet comes with a hole in its butt for missile launching action. Except for the one that doesn't. And yes, ass launching is a feature exclusive to the Prodigy pets, cause Pokemon don't shit. Anyway, let's load this guy up. Must be the wrong kind of missile. Let's try an orange one. You mother shitter! I can't believe this. Apparently, I was lied to. Missile function? More like just stick missiles up their asses. Thanks, guys. Oh,
there are like a lot of references
you can stick missiles
in Bayless
pointlessly
that
up their
you're
butts.
not even going to understand
Prodigy
if you haven't watched him
so
for like
enthralled
forever.
with this
But
feature.
I kind of like that about him.
I'm sure not to shove a missile up my ass pointlessly right now.
It's just the way that Sad Panda says, "Well, motherfucker," and that's it. That's it. That's all he's referencing there, and he just finds that funny, and so it's just a permanent soundbite in his head.
Stop eating my fucking ass missiles. I'm such a weirdo.
Pikachu's look like
well, I guess it did just say missile function.
Who are all
didn't say I did
inside.
anything with the damn missiles. Can't be mad. I guess we gotta make do with just knocking over the
I don't know, except for the one that doesn't have
missiles.
a butthole. Like, that one looks like he's seeing some shit.
Fun battle game! But seriously, where the hell are all the other Prodigy pets? I mean, we can see them on the cover. They must exist, right? Nope, only Pikachu! 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 Get the hell out of here! It's the Pikachu show!
That's the
In
Muppet!
this case, they aren't knocking off the hardest thing in a little non-articulated Pokemon figure, yet they...
Work goes smoothly when you know the right steps. With Asana, you can coordinate tasks across teams and stay on track.
screw it up in a few places, like the mist paint spots and dirt or black paint spots all over them. But they do feel about the same for plastic durability, just they took a peek of shit out of the butt to save on plastic. So these guys are 6-ish. They're straight up knockoffs of actual Pikachu toys. Amazing. However, the minds at Prodigy Pets did put their full brains to use when they thought of the variation of keychains. Whoa! I wonder what the keychain's missile function was. Ha ha ha. 0. There are apparently other Prodigy Pets in the world. Weird! But even still, it looks like you have to get at least 3 Pikachus per pack, and of course that's not weird, but this is slightly translucent off-color Pokemon. Purple Squirtles, green Wartortle and Blastoids, and then blood-stained Pikachus.
The scaling between Zora holding a weapon and the one being
so
on
pretty
their
much
back
for
is
those ones existing alone, it's 2. Otherwise, it would have been 0. The promise of a fun battle game and missile function are a couple nice little lies, and Prodigy Pet's an alrightish name, but other than that, it's just a bunch of Pokemon on the cover, so just below average 4. This kinda depends. If you think you're getting a fun battle game where you shoot Pikachus with missiles, or they shoot missiles from their butts, or at least you get to knock over Pikachus with a ball from a Game Boy, well, you're gonna be Pika shit out of luck. If you want a replacement little Pikachu that does nothing, well, we certainly have got that down, so it's either 0 or 8. Whatever. And the Bootleg Zones overall is 1. They're slightly poorly painted Pikachu statues. Yeah. I mean, they're exciting! Be sure to stay tuned for the Prodigy Pet Wrap! Alright, we gotta wrap some Prodigy Pets.
You just take care of the singing, I'll do the hard part.
Let's get it on like Pokemon, I mean Prodigy Pets! Pikachu, 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 with the beak and the chew and the thing with the gag comes out goes Pikachu, choo choo. It's a fun battle game with Pikachu and Pikachu, and don't forget Pikachu. Raichu, no, just kidding, Pikachu. And of course there's Pikachu. And guys, don't forget the new exclusive Prodigy Pet that you've got to trade your soul for.
Apocalypse Lane.
Pikachu.
Not enough people know Apocalypse Lane. That's
Argentina, buy me 4 bootlegs with attitude.
God damn, you don't see that kind of stupid very often.
Hello, Argentina.
Easy peasy, Japanesey. What
well,
the hell is
I
that?
guess this is all I
Pete's
get.
favorite line with the Shawshank Redemption. Huh. I bet nobody laughed at that dumb joke.
Everyone, please welcome the Argentinian Power Rangers. Now, I know I've been going on about the bootlegs
Such a
that
quotable
hail from
show,
China,
and nobody ever
this
talks
might not
about
have seemed obvious, but believe me, we'll be seeing a lot of bootlegs on this show with the marking
It's probably one of the best
Industria
things the Escapist ever made, and it's
Before
just like
starting the show, I really had no idea that Argentina produced so many bootlegs, but really, they might even give Mexico a run for its money. Yeah, and that's saying something. And speaking of Mexico, these guys are actually packaged a lot more like a Mexican bootleg than an Argentinian one, as they actually usually come carded.
You should check out Apocalypse Lane.
Nice
at the very least, you would like the art
on.
style. The art style is very much like your kind of thing. It's very messy and grungy looking.
Team, or the Power Ranger Galaxy team, depending on which side of this
I will say the first
cardboard
like
you
2
look at.
episodes.
So these are Power Rangers Galaxy Turbo.
But not only is it worth sticking through, but they even make fun of that fact like later on. Anyway, I don't have to defend it. It's a good show. Trust me.
Power Rangers
There's
Galaxy.
like so many quotable moments.
Rangers Lost
Hell, even
Galaxy,
the first moment has a good
Power
quotable
Rangers
moment.
Galaxy is a completely
The
original
first moment, first
bootleg
episode.
series. Apparently based on the movie. And you might have noticed that these are the same logos.
I really should just be drawing in ink, but
changed. And guess what? These aren't the
black,
logos for Lost
but
Galaxy or
I like
Turbo.
going over this stuff
it's
again.
The Power
to make it
Rangers
look a
the
little bit
movie
better.
logo, just with the movie taken off and Turbo or Galaxy added. And they also got rid of the Mighty Morphin. Yeah, because we're not Mighty Morphin, we're regular Morphin. Yeah, that's worse, you idiot. Oh, I can't see with the cardboard in front of my face.
Although I actually do have a Wildebeest.
Yeah, I guess he's right.
Character,
regular
like a
Morphin.
character actually named Wildebeest.
Well, at least on the Turbo side, they got a cartoon depiction of the right team, even if they could only count up to 2, apparently.
Might be good to draw him,
and
too.
I don't really recall the Purple Ranger. Enough about the damn packaging! It's unbagging time! But
I don't have any screenshots of him on me, and I don't really want to.
Taking too long.
I'll do that next time.
Oh wow, what a piece of crap. Alright, it's the Power Rangers Turbo Galaxy team. Not based on Turbo or Galaxy. But after searching through all 200 versions of Power Rangers, I can tell you that these guys are based on
Yeah, and I still want to draw her.
Rangers.
Yeah, I still got to draw her minions, too.
I'd
No.
say they
I'll
look
do
like
that
the
next
original
time.
Mighty Morphin Power Rangers more than any of them. I guess this is just their summer look. And if they are based on the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, well, we all know that the Green and White Ranger were best friends. You know, of all the Power Rangers, I think you're the coolest, Green Ranger. I was just thinking the same thing about you, White Ranger.
Make them fall in love!
The fuck? So I probably don't even need to tell you guys, as I'm sure you can tell just by looking at them, but these guys are completely hollow and have absolutely no weight to them. So guess what? Yeah, they stand about as well as you'd expect as a figure as light as a feather. And that's why I showed them leaning up against the back. So while some of the official Power Rangers toys got, you know, little gimmicks to them, like flipping to their normal head or having some kind of movement to them, well, these guys got their own special feature. They're also rattles. Hardcore power rattles! Do, hardcore power rattles! So all 4 Power Rangers come with their trusted gun in case of emergency.
And then, I think I'm just...
Which of course they can't reach
move on to the
or
minion.
take off its holster. Was there really
The bat's
any
gonna only
point
take, like,
to
a second.
adding a gun permanently stuck to their side?
I'm
Because do you know what
very
molding a
much not gonna
gun
be
permanently holstered
accurate.
does? Calls attention to the fact they have a gun they can't use. And of course, looking
Nah,
up
it's fine.
close at these guns,
Just use
we
your
also see
imagination.
the
Pretend it's a
attention
gun.
to
It's
detail
fine.
the bootleggers put into their paint job. And by that I mean
I get the
they
feeling
use
a parent
spray
out there
paint
really
and just,
used
you know,
that
kinda got the
excuse on some
general
poor
area
kid
they were
that-
supposed to. And clearly, this was some quality spray paint they used. What else did I expect? Well, one neat thing about this Power Ranger team is these are apparently the first guys that ever said, "Hey, yo, fucking Zordon, how the fuck do we piss in these things?" "Well, Rangers, I've provided you with a pee hole." Yay! Or, you know, maybe it was because of the blow plastic molding.
They were blown there.
And of course, they don't have much in the way of articulation, no head
Prepare
movement,
to,
just straight up and down.
Well, wait till you get to the
movement
Galaxy
and
Warriors, Phalis.
really impractical leg movement.
There's some really
Unless they're
weirdly
doing, like, tap
inappropriate
dance.
phallic things going on there.
Or rattle dance! Yeah!
Not so much that I would worry about
Go,
demonetization,
power
but
rattles!
odd choices.
But
Very
you know
odd
what?
choices.
I'm really not ready to accept there are 2 Tommies at the same time, so these guys must not be the Mighty Morphin.
Like the one,
Power
like
Rangers.
odd
Besides,
choices
I don't remember them
in
with
kind
their
of the same way as
albino
that one
white arms.
Tarzan that did the,
The
the
King's
motion
Hawaiian
while
pork
going,
and slaw sandwich is back for a
just
limited
like
time
clearly
at
not enough
Firehouse
thought
Subs.
was put into
Enjoy
it.
it with our
I
new
don't think it was
truffle
malicious.
cherry
It was just
limeade.
like, oh, you
Only
didn't
at
really think that
Firehouse
through,
Subs.
did you? She looks pretty cute there. I'm wondering if her head actually needs to be a little bit bigger.
Rangers are Hello.
I think I should make her head a little bigger. Let's get rid of this reference here.
Boys and girls.
Ooh,
I am
really cute.
Jordan.
That looks really cute. I don't really want to fuck with it too much, but...
teenagers with a death wish. Attitude.
Hey, it's Halloween!
I am Sound Recorder.
Who gives a shit? I mean, this is the only role
This
I
is
could
the
get after my show.
wonderful
I mean, do it,
express.
Sound Recorder.
Yes, Halloweeny.
Jordan.
Yes, it's important when it's your name.
Exactly, it is.
I hate you.
Barry? Barry? Where on earth could
My
you
YouTube
be?
show got canceled.
Whoops.
Pizza! Frickin' Slimer! Whoa, looks like I'm
If you
about
want
to
to feel
be grabbed
real
by a
sad,
molecular
find out what
transporter.
happened to the real Ghostbusters after Q5's interference.
Look, sir, droids. Sir? Sir? Sure is nice to get off
It's
on
why
my
he
own
doesn't
once
quite
in a
like
while.
Slimer
Being a
all
part
that
of a
much.
team of four is so annoying sometimes.
I lost
Okay, that works.
one.
Well, 4 out of 5 ain't too bad.
There's no way I would get a copyright. Right? Okay, well, you know what? YouTube
I am
fucks with
going to
Phaelus all the
kill you.
damn time.
Give me
If they haven't fucked with him, they're
power.
not gonna fuck with me.
Oh, who is it? Frickin' Slimer! What is it? Look, sir, ghosts. Thank you. I'll take this then. Damn! Rangers, something's being attacked
I
by
even got
the
a couple of
minor
weird
threat,
copyright
and then it'll
things
turn
from
into the bigger
Chris
threat
Chan
later
documentary.
on. Go do that thing that turns you into Japanese stock footage. Give me a break. No.
No!
Wow, you all got a lot fucking taller, didn't you? And more hollow.
I think I
Look,
could
Rangers,
just
it's the
do a
easily
quick little
defeatable
bad
thing
guy.
we've been sent to stop.
I don't even think I need a
Yay!
stencil.
Ah, those blasted Rangers! Dr. McCoy, make my monster grow! Damn it, Shredder, I'm a doctor, not a monster maker. Right.
Yeah, I mean,
Dracula,
nothing,
make
like,
my
serious,
monster
just,
grow! Of course, Shredder. One monster, two
Just a couple of
monster, not
things,
the Sesame Street.
but, you know,
right. Grow, you stupid
whatever.
monster! Oh no, Rangers!
Oh,
Look at that giant monster! We need to form the Megazord immediately! No, it'll never
looks
be
expensive,
enough! Well, luckily
so
today the
I doubt
planets are
Phaelus is
aligned
gonna
so
use
we
it
can
very
form
much.
into something better! Optimus Prime! Yeah! What?
Okay, how have we not seen a weird bootleg
Go, go,
episode?
Gusty
Is this not a bootleg?
Rangers. Do-do-do-do-do.
Luckily,
Is that
it's a
official?
lunar eclipse today, which gives
It
us
might be.
extra power.
Ah, shit.
I've seen some weird official
Time ran out.
Transformers.
Ugh. Hi guys, check out my Patreon for early mid-roll free
Hi,
episodes.
Phaelus.
meaning no
Sorry,
ads
I'm
will play in
broke,
the middle,
but, you know,
and
as soon
other
as I come
perks.
into money...
It's cheapy blow plastic molding done so thinly and with such light plastic that they don't even have enough weight to hold them standing up without support, even though there's no problem with the
Damn, that came
flatness
out
of their
way better
feet.
than I
The
thought
paint
it would.
job is just
I was
a
kind
quick
of doubting that
spray
would
in the
look any good
general
towards the
area,
end
which
there.
will scrape off easily as well, and all but one of
So,
these rattle
good.
from a loose
Glad,
plastic bit
glad that
held
worked
inside
out.
their hollow frame. So these
oh,
guys
oh.
get a 1 for simply not disintegrating into the air once I open them. Well, these guys are the mighty Morphin Turbo Galaxy Rangers, and their completely white arms certainly do look unfinished. Yeah, there's no creativity, just laziness, and they're just called Power Rangers, so Zippo! I could call using the movie logo for Turbo and Galaxy weird when they could have just used those respective shows' logos and then, you know, they could have got both the names right. Or the fact they used one series and then another for the flip side, but I think, again, it's just obvious laziness and they're trying to lure in parents or whoever looking for toys for either series, so they get all the one. They're a crappy baggie and the name wasn't even modified. The best part, again, was that dual name thing going on and that Purple Ranger, but that was probably just a printing error, Zero. If you're tired of your Power Rangers figures actually resembling a certain Power Rangers series, having a smooth paint job, or not being able to be blown away with a slight gust of wind, well, these are your guys, Zero. And the Bootleg Zones overall is 4. Yeah, higher than all the other categories, but this is one of the few spots where the cheapness counts for something. They aren't the most amazing or anything, but they're at least kind of funny for that.
Oh, who is it? Someone who can't get the fuck out of here! Yeah! Wait a blasted second, why didn't I use that abomination there behind me? Captain!
Looks like a sperm.
Damn!
So after the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles are no longer teenagers, what do they call themselves? Adult Mutant Ninja Turtles?
Yeah,
just
try a little
Ninja
harder
Turtles?
than that.
Aliens surely gonna be a gloriously terrible movie Turtles? Nah, instead of all that, Splinter just decides he'll just completely retrain them in karate and they become the Karate Turtles Warriors. Seemed like a good idea at the time. So who knew? If the Turtles had just studied karate from the get-go, they would have been allowed more clothing than just a belt. But in all seriousness, I gotta say, I actually really dig the kimono Turtles look. Now, unfortunately, I only have one of the Turtles from the set, but the back of the package shows us what all the Turtles like in their colored kimonos. And if you hate color, well, don't worry, Karate Turtles Warriors has got you covered. There's an alternate release with a kind of plainy beige kimono. And like I said in the Turtles Fighters video, a lot of these bootlegs like to copy the brick thing going on from the official Playmates packaging because bricks means real. Really bricked! And I'm sure none of you noticed yet, but it almost looks like the Karate Turtles Warriors have almost exactly copied the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles logo. Weird! And one of the other things I can tell you about the Karate Turtles Warriors without even taking them out of the package is they are extremely light. Like, when I got this Splinter in the mail, I was like, what, did they trick me and send me an empty package? But after doing some research, I discovered they didn't.
It looks like a bat.
Aw, shit, I'm not old enough to play with these. So a lot of bootlegs will admit this, but Karate Turtles Warriors is one of those bootlegs that's nice enough to let you know how old you need to be to play with a knockoff. Which apparently you need to be 1 year older than to play with the official guys. Alright. I also like that these guys have an item number like the official figures. I'd love to know if there's actually a point to these for the bootleggers. Because, you know, even if these bootleggers made some other series as well, I somehow doubt they ever got to 13,200 different toys. Right? But, you know, I'm sure it was really useful for no company name to know what item number this was. Oh wait, I'm sure it was useful for Made in China to know what item number this was. And you know, I absolutely love that the Splinter item number is just a sticker over the same number the Leonardo had.
Now, it's funny is that her bone
matters to me
minions,
since
like
I'm
at least
gonna
the
open
main
them
ones,
for the
are
show
almost
anyway,
as big
but
as she
I do like how
is.
some of these guys are just blatantly resealed. So while unfortunately I could only find one of the turtles,
so, like,
in this
if
line,
she
I
wanted
can
to,
pretty
she
much
could
tell you what
probably
the rest
ride
of them
one
would
of
be
these
like,
things.
since they're Mortal Kombat palette swap ninjas with the exact same mold. You know, I do love that Splinter apparently decided he'd wear his kimono poncho style for this photo. And here they are unleashed, the Karate Turtles Warriors! So as you probably gathered by me saying, I almost thought there was nothing in the package when I got the Splinter. These guys are extremely lightweight, especially the Splinter. So even though it certainly feels like Splinter at least could blow away in the wind, at least he's not so tall he can't stand under his own power. These guys are made from that kind of soft vinyl material, so even though they're extremely lightweight, they don't feel like they're gonna break. That is to say, most
they got
parts
little
are
vampire
made from
teeth.
that.
I never noticed that before.
Unfortunately, there are some parts made with just hollow plastic, and they kind of stick out a bit. And the reason the Splinter feels a lot lighter and cheaper is the majority of him is hollow plastic, but even thinner than any of the spots on the turtles. And the only soft part on him is his head. Go figure.
What are you talking about?
So there really is quite a difference because the hollow plastic parts on Leo feel a lot more solid than any of the parts on Splinter. And some credit will actually have to go to Splinter's tail for making him a lot easier to stand. These guys all come with the exact same weapon set, so to get two of the same weapon, like you see a lot of them holding on the back, you'd have to get two figures. I can't believe the bootleggers would pull something like that. I mean, those kinds of sneaky tricks to make you buy more shit are supposed to be reserved for the official distributors. And wait a second, Leonardo's shown holding two swords on the back. None of them come with those. I'm so sick of these bootlegs lying to me. There, extreme crisis averted. Well, none of the Karate Turtles warriors like this come with a sword. Apparently it's a trade-off. You can have no color in a sword or no kimono at all in a sword. Haha, no thanks. Personally, I think the colored kimonos is one of the neatest bits about this figure, so I'll just stick other swords in his hands, thanks. It also shows Splinter on the back holding a bow and arrow, which of course, again, none of them come with. The real Splinter did, though, which is actually what I think they're showing on the back of this package. The lag wrappings on the actual Splinter were painted gray, and you'll notice that detail is missing on the Karate Turtles Warrior Splinter, but not on the back. And you'll also notice that Karate Turtle Splinter is a little bit smaller than the real Splinter. What a twist! It's almost like they copied over the real figure to make their mold.
Yeah,
and another couple obvious paint details missing on the Karate Turtle Splinter are the teeth and the gray around the chest. And taking a closer look at Splinter's butt, you can see that one of them can actually poop while the other can't. And for a not completely stupid difference, we can notice that they changed the molding a little bit around the teeth. And they also changed how the end of the tail looks. I guess so they wouldn't have to paint it? Not like it stopped them from being lazy
just drink some coffee.
The kimonos are very similar, though Karate Turtle Splinter, I guess, was a bit more chilly. And again, like the rest of them, the material is slightly thinner. Also, the fabric used for the Playmate Splinter is a lot softer than the Karate Turtle Splinter. One of the other changes on the Karate Turtles Splinter is the quite often lost wrist articulation. But Karate Turtles Splinter has something that the real Splinter is missing! A weak left arm. Now, for some reason, I'm just going to throw out a random guess here, but I'll say because it was cheaper, they changed what Splinter's belt was made of.
Prequel now.
So it went from flexible plastic that fastens at the front to a thin material with a kind of faux leathery front that fastens at the back with Velcro.
I haven't seen it yet.
So while the Karate Turtle Splinter is mostly a copy of the real Splinter, there's at least a bit more going on with the Turtles figures in this line. Such as Four-Toed Ninja Turtles. No! So this is kind of the opposite of the new style Ninja Tortoise situation, as the artwork actually depicts them correctly. This is true of the hands as well. They gave them 4 digits there instead of 3. So the 4 Karate Turtles warriors all have the same basic mold, and the heads seem to be based on Donatello's. So while the original Ninja Turtles toys all came with brown plastic weapons, the Karate Turtles guys all come with silver weapons. And while there's certainly Ninja Turtle weapons that I certainly wish were in silver instead of brown, unfortunately all the ones that actually came with my Karate Turtles warriors are ones that are probably even better in brown than silver. Except the Ninja Star! Major victory! Yeah! And that's also the only one it seems like they kind of directly copied. Weird. And unfortunately, like Splinter, the Turtles are also missing wrist articulation. But hey, they're kind of making up for that with freaking gauntlets. The real turtles don't have those. Or as I mentioned earlier, the fabulous kimonos, which again is freaking awesome. But let's find out what's underneath it. What? No! Yeah, we're taking your clothes off, Leo. Nakedness in a half shell! Flasher power! So even with the kimono off, these guys still look decent. They're not as cool, that's for sure, but they still got their belt insignia at least. With the right letter even. Their legs do look a little naked though, without the knee pads. Also, I'm not quite sure why or how the bottom part of the front of his belt is just detached and kind of floating there. Also, the back of his shell could be probably used a bit more detailing. As in anything? Or maybe it's a hypnotism tool. Stare into my shell, you are under my power.
Stare into my shell and see
it's
your
so
biscuit.
Undetailed and lazy. Whoa! But how did the transition from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles to the Karate Turtles Warriors happen? Well, let's find out. Sensei, on our 20th birthdays, we have all finally mastered the art of ninjutsu.
This is very good, my sons. But I just realized that I made a huge mistake teaching you ninjutsu.
What?
Yes, the skill of a ninja is a lost art. I'm going to teach you our karate.
Well, Splinter, I guess if that's what you think's best, dude.
Yes, but I'm only going to teach it to Leonardo. The rest of you are fired.
What?
I made another funny.
It's alright, dudes. He was just joking.
No, Michelangelo. I was serious.
Okay.
I just thought it was funny. Besides, Leonardo's the only one I have a key for.
Damn! Yeah, they have
little vampires. That's really getting old,
I've never noticed that before.
Right. So is that. You're making anti-funnies. Ha 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 ha. This is stupid. Oh. Very good, my son. You are now a karate turtle warrior.
But you haven't taught me anything yet,
I wish
Sensei.
that each
All
one
I
was
did
a little bit
put on
more
this
unique than
kimono.
the other. Like they were like slightly.
I don't know.
Once I get
karate,
these designs
so
down, so I don't have to use
everything
references,
I have
I'd
to
like
teach
them
you in
each
that
to have like a
field.
different skull. So
I
like
made
they're each
another
more
funny.
deformed than the last, or something like that, like clones.
Splinter!
That'd be neat.
Hi guys, check out my Patreon for early mid-roll free episodes, meaning no ads will play in the middle, and other perks.
Like sometimes they're normal, and sometimes they come out looking like Sloth from the
for the
Goonies.
same line, but I really gotta separate the Splinter and Turtles figures on a lot of these categories. The Splinter is just ridiculously lightweight and feels like you could throw him in the air and never see him again. Feels like it anyway. It's not a terrible figure, but feels really cheap compared to the real one. It's a 4 for him. Now as for the Turtles, they feel a lot more solid, and the soft vinyl parts are really nice, and the kimono is a strong fabric that doesn't feel like it would rip or anything. The main negative points for them are those plastic seams on the legs and that little non-shell detail, but hey, why would you be seeing that anyway when they've got those stylin' robes? 8. Splinter's just a cheapy remold with nothing really that different done besides a full leather belt. Whoa! 1. The Turtles, on the other hand, are awesome. I seriously love these guys with the kimonos. Playmates only did a Michelangelo figure that's sort of similar in the Smash and Bash 'em line, but I gotta say, I dig the Karate Turtles Warriors way more. And hey, maybe I'm just really being sucked in by a robe, but I think they look really cool. Also, this line has some variants and even made giant versions of the Turtles, which, while the Turtles are copies of the Playmates giant turtles, they also made a giant Splinter, which Playmates never did. They also apparently made a talking version, which I would absolutely love to see if actually works if I can get a hold of one at some point.
Wow.
So
what
it's
do you
a
suppose
solid
that sounds
8
like?
for all the neat stuff here.
Unfortunately, to this date, has never gotten his hands on that.
But the name is cool, and I do like the idea of the Turtles switching to karate for some reason. 4. Like I just said, the Karate Turtles Warrior's name is cool, and I love the artwork on here. They actually really put some effort on drawing their karate versions of the turtles in the cartoon style, and even did 2 different poses for them. 10. The Splinter, again, isn't overly terrible, but its hollow nature is kind of a detractor. You could do a lot worse. I'd say it kind of averages out for a 5. The Karate Turtles are, again, great. They'd fit right in as a variant in the Ninja Turtles line. The weapon assortment is kind of strange, though, and it's a bit of a disappointment in Leo and Raph's case. Because even though being shown on the back, there are no swords that came with Leonardo. At least for the version I got, but it's still kind of annoying. And despite the artwork depicting Raph with his sai, apparently he gets Tonfa instead. I don't know why. Still high marks though, 8. And the Bootleg Zones overall is 9, mostly for the turtles. They are cool looking figures with a nice spin put on them by the bootleggers. It's actually nice to see something done to change the turtles up while not becoming Satan's spawn. If you come across one and actually want a decent looking bootleg, pick it up.
Sometimes he will very rarely give, we don't understand.
I don't know karate. So you've mastered
sometimes he
everything
will
I have to
give a
teach
recommendation
you in that
for these.
field. Oh, I made another funny. Oh, Planter! What?
Guys, let's face it, Batman's just not the hero we need
right now.
it's
Bat Hero.
Why? Because Bat Hero's the only hero that you deserve.
Yeah, this is the one I normally start on if I binge watch Bootleg Zones. Honestly, this is one of the best ones.
Okay, I was probably being a little mean there. I don't think anyone honestly deserves this hero. Unless your age is 4 and up, then you have to accept him as your hero. Choke on that one, kids! You know, you really gotta love how some bootleggers think changing one word is gonna cover their ass on anything. I think once you get to this point, it makes very little difference if you call him Bat Hero or Batman. Is he really based on Batman? But one of the things I love right away on this package is that the Bat Hero logo looks a lot like the Adam West 60s Batman series logo. But he's clearly dressed up as the Tim Burton movie Batman. He doesn't know what Batman he is. Oh wait, he's neither. He's Bat Hero. My bad. Oh, looks like Bat Hero decided he'll just steal Darkwing Duck's hideout.
It's cool. We're both inspired by Batman. We can live together, right? Suck gas, evil knockoff.
I have a hard time believing you don't have at least one
Pretty
Darkwing
sure
Duck
depression
toy.
actually is one of the themes of Bat Hero, though, because if you pay attention to the way he's actually fastened into his packaging... Yeah... Did Bat Hero really deserve this? I mean, sure, he is a really inept hero and a knockoff, but he was trying his best. Did he really deserve to die? Yeah, I guess so. Screw you, Bat Hero.
Yeah. Oh. Well.
I shouldn't have this yet! Oh well, I'll eat his noose later. I'm sure it tastes amazing. You know, I really like this wide-eyed expression on Bat Hero's face, because it really goes along with this I just got hanged theme. Guess poor old Bat Hero didn't hear them coming for his head.
You say that, but I
Clearly,
think it's more like the
ears
whole...
the package depicts him with. Seriously, those are the most amazing Batman ears I've ever seen. Oh wait, I'm sorry. They're the most impressive Bat Hero ears I've ever seen. And considering how many of those I've come across,
I have
it's
no
still
idea like
very
where
impressive.
this could have come from,
So if
but
you thought I was joking,
I'm pretty sure it's just a dollar store
been
trying to make a
absolutely
quick buck.
hilarious. Bat Hero really is just fastened in with one single tie. And here he is, the most unimpressive hero Gotham has ever known, Bat Hero!
I'm here to save the day.
So Bat Hero's got decent posability from the looks of it. Bat Hero's even got wrist and ankle joints, so...
Woo!
Fuck.
I bet you if it didn't have any like covering on the front, well, if it did, I meant if it had a covering, that would smell really bad, like really strong plastic. It would be one of those toys.
Though I still haven't been able to figure out if his wrists are supposed to move or not. Okay, after fighting with it off camera for a while, they do. Well, I've been able to get the right wrist to move anyway. Still no luck with this one. There we go. Finally, I can have a Bat Hero the way he's meant to be, with 2 broken arms. Screw you, Bat Hero. So besides the extreme fun of trying to work out Bat Hero's arthritis, you'll also notice this sign of quality. Hey, what's wrong with that? The Bat Hero logo looks pretty similar to the real Batman logo. I see. My hands are apparently ahead of my mouth. That's strange. And besides that beautiful sticker logo, Bat Hero apparently decided to raid the nearest dining table for his cape. Alright, I'll give Bat Hero the benefit of the doubt and say it could be a heavy-duty garbage bag as well. Bat Butt! Why yes, I did do that for absolutely no reason. Also, Bat Hero can do the splits. Huh? So, while Bat Hero is a pretty big loser, he can at least easily crush Lex Luthor, aka random G.I. Joe guy from McDonald's.
Lex Luthor's not even the right guy.
Hero! It's time to start the Bat Hero show!
You just like the Mario,
Bat Hero!
Muppet Show theme.
Bat Hero! Bat Hero! Bat Hero! This does raise the question, though. If Bat Hero doesn't really work with G.I. Joes from McDonald's, who are you supposed to use them with? Well, I guess they were thinking if you ever needed a Batman to go with your Barbies, Bat Hero is perfect for that. What? Look, she's taller than me, though. You got a problem with taller women, bud? No. Well, you know, she's only taller than me because of these high heels anyway. Would you like to wear my boots then, short hero? Ugh. You're still on your tippy toes. It's not fair. I'd be taller if I was on my tippy toes.
I bet that's what Six Bangs minions sound like.
He's the loser we deserve, just not the loser we need right now.
Oh, good.
One of the
yeah,
other
definitely
nice
check
features
that out
about
later.
Bat Hero, besides working perfectly with Barbies, is he's bow-legged enough to work with Barbie horses.
Please don't press A and make me blow
I'm
up.
sorry, man, but I'm afraid I'm gonna have to reprimand your horse. You mean commandeer? Give me the horse, Bat Hero! Finally, a dream realized. Batman on a stolen Barbie horse.
I'm not thinking clearly. Try to work quickly so I can go to the bathroom.
I have to pee again, but I drank too much coffee. Princess away! You know, Princess, I once asked Batman if I could, you know, fill in for him. Well, like when he's busy and stuff. And he told me, Robin's got it. Robin! Do you know what that does to my feelings? That he trusts Robin more than me? Expect extra shit in the stall tonight, fat loser. Horses can't talk, that's stupid. Whoa, chum! It's the terrible Turbo Galaxy Gang! It's time to finally put a stop to those nefarious ninjas! Aw, shit. It's that fuck-up Bat Hero. He never knows what's going on. Listen, Bat Hero, we're actually trying to stop Krang from... It's hero in time! Let's go, princess!
Real bad.
Does this mean you want to see other heroes, princess?
I haven't seen one hero yet. I hate you, princess!
My bat sense is tingling. That's Spider-Man!
Bat Hero, you gotta stop! We're trying to save... What are you doing, man? You're helping the... Bat Hero, you gotta stop! We're too hollow for this! You're gonna get... Help me!
Why, thank you so much, Bat Hero. You've helped me steal the Power Rangers teleporter. With it, I can now teleport all the criminals in the city to an island and float them away.
All in a day's work, noble citizen. Ho ho, Bat Hero!
What an idiot.
Bat Hero, you have been judged guilty by a jury of your peers. Do you have any last words?
I'm Bat Hero.
Okay, die.
Yeah, justice. For the most part, this really isn't a bad figure. His plastic quality is solid enough, and he's got a nice amount of articulation, though, as I've mentioned, some of the parts are amazingly stubborn to move the first time. But hey, at least they did move afterwards instead of just snapping off. And of course, some of the other lesser points were the sticker logo that wasn't even quite centered and coming off at the bottom. And Bat Hero always being ready for dinner with the dinner tablecloth cape. From what I can tell, Bat Hero, like the Karate Turtles Warriors, was mostly distributed around the US and possibly some areas of Canada, and in general, it seems like there's at least decent quality effort on the ones they try to sell there. 7. They changed man to hero. That's as creative as they got. Zippo. Well, packaging him via a noose is kinda weird, and again, I love the deer in the headlights stare, but overall, he's pretty normal. 1. The package is alright. I like the Bat Hero logo looking like the Adam West Batman show logo. The long-eared Batman on the front is kind of funny, and I also like the kind of apathetic looking Bat Hero on the side.
Yep, I'm Bat Hero. Sucks to be me.
5. His size makes him hard to replace all that much. If you actually want a Batman to go along with Barbie, he does that, kinda. Or if you just want a standalone Batman and don't care if he's official or not, he can certainly stand around too. I've also seen 2 variations on Bat Hero, but just in the paint jobs. One with gray to emulate the animated series, and it looks like he was cool enough to get a painted logo even. So if you wanted a giant Batman for your animated series figures,
jump on Guild Wars just to show off
and the
my
Bootleg Zones overall is 4. He's an okay larger Batman figure, but there's really nothing
I'm gonna
special
finish
about him.
these and make a proper title card and post everything on DeviantArt.
Hi guys, check out my Patreon for early mid-roll free episodes, meaning no ads will play in the middle, and other perks. Obligatory Christian Bale Batman
And then the next
reference.
time
Where's he?
I can do an actual proper
Son of a bitch!
Guild Wars stream.
So part of the fun of the show is not only trying to track down some of the more well-known bootlegs and knockoffs, but trying to find some that almost no one has heard of. And while I haven't been able to find the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles gun, I think I've found something
I'm
even
about to
better.
end stream for
Little
for now
Plucky's
anyway,
Ninja Protects.
Oh, look at that.
Little Plucky's Ninja Protects. Little Plucky's Ninja Protects. Little Plucky's Ninja Protects. Plucky's in a protect shell.
I'm just gonna
whatever, I guess.
Wrap up.
Alright,
with,
for bootleg and
showing off.
knockoff names, I think these guys are setting a pretty
Yeah, we'll
high
mic chat
standard
soon
from
sometime,
now
or
on.
you can
So,
always join me on one of these
anyone
streams.
tell me what a Plucky is?
Like,
this is the
maybe
name
you
we're
can just join
substituting
me
Teenage
on,
Mutant Ninja Turtles for, so...
Okay, see,
this
now I'm
guy's
glad
a
that I checked
Plucky
because I
Protect then? And I love
I have the
that
settings a
Lucky
little bit wrong
Protect
on here.
Raphael is also Leonardo and Donatello. But screw those swords and scythes, because nothing protects a ninja like a protects ninja. And let's not overlook the best part of this picture.
That should do it.
Shredder dead on the ground. Apparently, Donna Raffinardo's already shot Shredder dead, so he's killing more people off in the distance, just like a little plucky Ninja Protect does.
Protect via murder!
So while I have no idea where they
There's a
pulled
good
this
chance
mutant
I'll watch
turtle
Bootleg
nightmare
Zone while I
plucky
play
protect
Guild Wars
nightmare on the front
anyway.
from, the little plucky
It's
Ninja
great
Protects on
background
the
noise.
side are some commonly used Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles artwork, like on such things as other bootlegs, or Teenage Mutant Turtles calkers, or maybe some things you've heard of even. So are you wondering what a little plucky
And
Ninja
I'm
Protects
probably going
actually
to
is? Were you hoping to remain
take some
blissfully ignorant?
screenshots
Well, if so, you
of,
better
like,
shut
just
the video off right
backgrounds
now.
of Guild
Ta-da!
Wars just to use for my,
Little
my title
Plucky's
card.
Ninja Protects. Little Plucky's Ninja Protects.
Just so I don't have to bother with, like, picking out a
Yeah,
graphic to use.
and a big surprise to absolutely no one since it was on the box. A Little Plucky's Ninja Protects is a gun. So the Little Plucky Ninja Protect on the gun certainly looks a lot more like a Ninja Turtle than the one depicted on the gun on the
actual Wildebeest
package,
character
and that insane fuck shooting the guns
not
on the
fully
package
leveled up yet
for
by
that
that
matter.
then.
So I'm still trying to figure out what the hell it means
And that's
by
like, I actually got that
protects
armor for
ninja.
free, and that
Does
one
it
I get the
mean this
most compliments
gun
for,
protects
which is
ninjas?
really funny.
Wouldn't that kind of defeat the point
Yeah, I
of being a
haven't leveled him
ninja
up
if you
all
need
the
a
way
gun
yet.
for protection? So if that's the case, maybe the turtle monstrosity on the cover
Anyway,
isn't the Little Plucky's
I'm
Ninja
gonna finish this
Protects,
drawing.
but the guns are. And I have to say, when I heard the name
And
Little
put that
Pluckies,
together,
I
and
thought that was
then
going to
probably
be a
fart
cute
around on this
name
game
for a suction
and
cup
do
gun.
another stream
Maybe
tomorrow.
the gears in the gun
And
are
it'll
the
be a little bit more
Pluckies.
focused on
That's my
gaming.
best guess. So Little Plucky's Ninja
Before,
Protects
you know,
is
December
actually the
starts,
first
or
bootleg
not December,
knockoff I've
before
talked about
Halloween
that has a
starts, and then
company
I'll
attached to
be
it.
doing
Anko,
a lot of horror
also
stuff.
known as Anko Toys.
Anyway,
well, I
till the
think
next stream.
it's the same
See you
company
tomorrow.
anyway,
Bye.
as this was main distributed in